We don't even live paycheck to paycheck anymore, bro. Like, all of us be out here living off of credit cards. I mean, and home ownership, forget that ever being a thing. The way my 401k looks right now, I'll be lucky if I'll be able to retire by I'm 90. All of us work at least 1.5 jobs, like 60 hours a week minimum just to survive. We can't even afford groceries or gas or rent. And, you know, the only thing the administration has lowered as far as prices is stock prices. And meanwhile, the richest man in the world loses, the wealthiest man in the world by far loses a minute fraction of his net worth due to the markets getting trashed. And within 2 days, the president of the United States comes out and says with his full chest that this man is a patriot and he's being illegally boycotted, and buys a friggin' car from him in front of the White House. Yeah, that makes sense. Why don't you promote your billionaire friends? Next week, why don't you have tea on the White House lawn with Larry Fink and tell us how we need to put our money into BlackRock because they had a down quarter or something. Meanwhile, you're pricing the middle class out of everything. We don't exist. But, that's cool.
You will own nothing and be happy about it. That's what they want for you. Think about it. Do we actually own anything at this current time? No, because there's taxes on taxes on taxes. The American dream is a scam. You got income tax, right? So the government just says, hey, by the way, you owe me some money. That sounds more like extortion to me. And then the money that's been taxed, you go buy something, it's called sales tax. So let's say you buy a house, then you pay sales tax, right? Now you have a mortgage for 30 years that maybe, if lucky, you pay that off. Do you own your house? Do you own the property? No. You have property tax. And let me tell you, who decides the value of the home? Who decides the tax? That's right, the government. The government decides, hey, you know what? Sorry, we're going to raise your taxes, Proposition 2.5 override. We can do what we want. Let's say you're an elderly person on a fixed income like Social Security. Oh, wait a minute, that gets taxed too. But you're on a fixed income, and you know what they say? Sorry, we're raising your property tax. I can't afford it. Well, then we're going to foreclose and take it away. That is tyranny, and we can all agree, I hope, that we need to do something better. We need to abolish that, get rid of it, and figure out a better solution, because what we're doing right now is using us as the commodity, like the Matrix, right? They're milking and milking and milking. And maybe you work your entire life, then you retire, and you know what the average life expectancy after retiring? 3 years.
I'm not trying to come across ungrateful or unhappy or cynical or anything like that, but I have a question. What in the hell has happened to cost of living increases? Like, for real. Everything is going up. Everything around us. It's just no matter what, between eggs, gasoline, all these things. And we get a cost of living that's 1%. What are we supposed to do with that? Like, what am I going to do with 1%? Our insurance alone is going up 10% this year, and we're getting 1%? Now, doing the math, that's losing money. That's year after year. I'm not getting any more. I'm losing money. They're taking it away from me. I come from the time back in the early 2000s where a raise was a raise. You get 6, 7, 8, up to 10%, and it was normal. And then in 2007 or 2008, somewhere around there was a period where we got nothing. Nothing for 3 years. And now we're getting 1% and we're supposed to cheer about it. I don't get that. What am I cheering for? Am I cheering for, hey, I lost money, the longer I work for you, the more money I lose? How does this keep happening?